all. So in this session, we will understand locator. So locator is one of the essential component of Selenium infrastructure, which helps Selenium scripts in uniquely identify the web elements. Web elements such as text box, buttons, links, drop downs, right? These kind of web elements we can handle by using locators, right? See, so if interviewer asks you what is the locator, actually locator is one of the most important topic. So if you are giving an interview for automation, Selenium automation testing, then 99% interviewer will ask you at least one question from locators, right? So they can ask you what is locator. So whenever they will ask you what is a locator, then you will have to explain the definition of locator, what is the locator and how many types are there, right? So what is locator? You can explain them. A locator is a way to identify elements on the page, and it is argument passed to finding element methods, right? So we are saying a locator is a way to identify elements on the page, right? So see, if we want to enter something in this text box, right? Then how we can enter? So if you want to enter something, or if you want to click on any button, any link, then you will have to provide unique web element. How can we provide unique web element? We can inspect. So how we can inspect? Right click on within this page. Anywhere you can click, right click on this page. Go into this inspect, right? Click on this inspect, and we have one another way. Instead of right clicking on the page and clicking on this inspect, we have one shortcut, Fn plus F12. See, so after that, if you want to find out the unique element, then you can inspect this left hand corner. You can see this arrow button, right? You can click on it, and after that, whatever the web element is required for you, you can go there and click on it. See, let's suppose that I need this, right? I need this text box web element. Then we will have to go here and click. See, for this text box, this line of code has been written, right? So what we can do, see, this text area is a tag name. This is a tag name, and this is an attribute. This class is an attribute, and whatever you can see within this double quote, this is a value of this attribute, right? So see, id is there. So id is one of our locator, right? So id, here id is attribute, and this is the value of this id, right? Name is also there. See, name is also one of our locator. So name is our attribute, and this is the value of attribute. So let me write type of locators. So see, first we have id, second we have name, third we have class name, fourth we have tag name, fifth we have link text, sixth we have partial link text, and 7 we have css selector, and 8th we have xpath. So total we have 8 locators in Selenium, right? So mostly interviewer asks, what locator do you use? So there is no any hard and fast rule. We can use as per our requirement any of them, right? We can use any of them, but we prefer usually to get the id. If id is not available, then we use name. If name is not available, then we use css selector, xpath, right? And for link, for any of the link, we use link text, partial link text, right? If you want to find out the all links, which is available within the page, then you can use the tag name. And class name, if you want to find out the multiple web elements, then we can use the class name. So we will see one by one. So these are the locators. There are total 8 locators. We will see all of them one by one, right? Practically. So first of all, you should understand what is locator. Locator is a way to identify the elements, to identify the unique elements. Unique element on the page. So a locator is a way to identify unique element on the page, right? So see, if you want to enter something within this text box, then we will have to find out the unique web element. So here we have ID available, we have name available. So you can take any of them, right? So let me create one class. And one more thing, I can show you how you can identify what is a link, what is a text box, what is a button, and what is a image. Then how you can identify, right? So see, this is a text box, right? Where you are providing input. So see here, it is saying text area. So this is the text area where you can search any of the key, right? And see this Google, this is the image, right? If I'll click on it, see, this is the image. Tag name you can see. Tag name is IMG, right? See, once you will hover over on it, see it is showing this image, right? So this is the image. And this link images, these are the links, right? This Gmail and images, these are the links. So if you want to check whether it is a link or not, then you can again click on this arrow button, and after that again you can inspect this Gmail. You can click on it, right? So see, wherever you can see the tag name A, this is the tag name, right? This is a tag name. So wherever you can see the tag name A, that means that is the link, right? So it means this Gmail is a link. You can see tag name A, and here it has been given the link, right? And this images is also a link. If you want to verify, then again you can inspect it. See, again you can see this is a link. Tag name is A. So wherever you can see the tag name A, that means that is a link. For images tag name, you will get img. And for the input, for this text box, you can get the text area, else you can get the input, right? So many tags are available. And for any button, right, for any button you will get the button. But here I think, yeah, see here, input, right? So for button also you can get the input, or you can get the tag name button, right? And these are the links, these are the languages, these are the links. If you want to check, then you can click any of them. See, tag name is A, right? So these are the links, right? So button is not available in this page, but I will show you when I'll get, right? So let's start writing a script. We already have this Selenium practice project. So under this project, we will create one package. So launching browser package we already have. In the previous session, we have seen how to launch the browser. Now I will create another package, and I'll give name locator. Locators in Selenium. So I will create one class now, and here I will write locators. Locators demo. Now I'll write one main method, and after writing a main method, we can create an object for Chrome driver. So how we can create an object? We can write a reference variable with the help of webdriver, and then we can take one reference variable driver is equal to, now with the help of new keyword we can create an object, and constructor we will take a chrome driver. See, so this webdriver is an interface and this chrome driver is a class, right? So now we will have to import. How we can import it? See, this WebDriver interface is available under org.openqa.selenium, right? So we can import this, and this Chrome driver is available under openqa.selenium.chrome package, right? So we can import it, and after importing, we can use a method of Selenium WebDriver. So see, these are the methods which are available under Selenium WebDriver. These are the WebDriver methods. So you should remember these methods, right? Because interviewer asks what all methods are there in Selenium WebDriver. So these are the methods which are available under Selenium WebDriver. After creating an object, what we need to do? We need to maximize the window, right? Because if I launch the Chrome now, then it will look like this. See, it is not maximized yet, right? So first of all, we will have to maximize this window, right? So how we can maximize? We will have to write a method. How we can write? Driver dot manage dot windows dot window dot maximize, right? So you should remember each and every point, right? So these methods we have used for maximize the window. Interviewer can ask you how to maximize the window. Then you should remember these methods. We can write, you can explain them. We can maximize the window by using driver dot manage dot window dot maximize method. So these are the methods: manage, window, maximize. These are the methods. With the help of these three methods, we can maximize, right? If I will execute this program, now it will be maximized. See, it has been maximized. Now let me close it. Now we can launch the Google Chrome. How we can launch the Google Chrome? Driver dot, we have method, get method we have. Driver dot get. See this first method, get. There we can pass the string URL. So see here we can pass URL, Google URL, google.com, right? So now if I run this program, it will launch the Google Chrome. See, it has launched the Google Chrome. Now I want to write something. I want to search something within this text box, right? How can we search? So for searching any key here, you will have to find out the unique web element. How can we find out the unique web element? You will have to inspect, right click on the page, inspect, and if you are not comfortable in the right hand side this elements, then you can click on these three dots. You will get these options. So I will click this second one, right? Then you can see this console in bottom like this, right? So how we can inspect? You can again click on this arrow button, left hand corner, this arrow button, and then you can click on this text box which you want to inspect and get the element, right? I have clicked on it. See, so here this is the tag name, right? This is the attribute and this is the value of attribute. Again, this is the attribute, this is the value of attribute, this is the attribute, and this is the value of attribute. But we have locators ID, name, right? So as of now, we are going to see these two only, right? So if ID is available, then we can get the ID, right? So see here, ID is available. So we can take this ID, right? So how we can write driver dot. Now we will have to use find element method because we are going to find out the web element. And we have two methods of find element. Let me write it here. See, we have total two methods. One is find element, another one is finds element. So this find element is used to find out the single web element. And the return type of this find element will be web element. Interviewer can ask you what will be the return type of this find element and find elements, right? So find element return type will be web element, but if it doesn't find out the any element, then it will return no such element exception, right? I will explain you in the upcoming session. I will take one session where I will explain you the difference between find element and find elements. As of now, you can keep it in your mind that find element is used to find out the single web element, and this find elements is used to find out the multiple web elements, right? So for this, for find elements, return type will be list of web element because it will find out the multiple web element. And this find element, it will find out the single web element. So return type will be web element, right? So as of now, we are going to find out the single web element. So I will use find element, right? And you have seen in the definition I have written, it is the argument passed to the finding element method, right? So this locator we are using as a argument inside this find element, right? So how we can pass the argument? By is a class, right? This find element is a method. We are going to pass the argument, right? Under this find element, we are going to pass the argument. How we can pass the argument? By dot. So by is a class, and under by all the locators are available. All the locators is a method only. So all the locators are available under by class, right? See, you can see these are the locators: class name, CSS selector, ID, link text, name, parcel, link text, tag name, XPath. These are the locators, right? Which are available under by class, right? So as of now, we are going to use ID locator, right? And ID we have copied from here. This is the ID, right? For this text box, ID is this, right? So ID is here attribute, and this is the value. I will explain you, and I'll explain you the XPath locator, right? So ID I have copied from there. From here, ID I have taken. Now, after taking ID, we will have to write something here, right? So for writing any text within any text box, we can use send key method, send keys method. So here you can write anything which you want to search. So suppose that I want to search links for Selenium practice, right? Links for Selenium practice. This is a link which I want to write here within this text box. So for writing any text within this text box, within any of the text box, you can use this send keys method. So send keys is a method which is used to write any text in any text box, right? So let's execute this program. See, it will launch one Chrome driver, launch the application, and see it has typed, right? It has typed links for Selenium practice, right? But for searching, you will have to click on enter button. How you can click on enter button in Selenium, right? How you can click on enter button in Selenium, right? So for clicking on enter button, we can use again send keys method, right? So since see, if you are going to use this locator, if you are going to use this locator multiple times, then we can store in one reference variable. How we can store in one reference variable? Like this. See, this is the text box, right? Search text box. So here you can write search box. Search box is equal to search box. I have taken one reference variable. You can take any of the reference variable. It should be just understandable, right? And return type, I will take web element. Web element. Why I am taking web element return type? This is a reference variable which you can take anything, right? But why I am taking this web element? Because this find element is a method, return type will be web element. Here you can see web element has been written, and it see I have used this find element, and this find element return type will be web element, right? So that is the reason I have taken here web element. Now we will have to import. How you can import? You can hover over on it and you will get this package. This is the predefined package where web element class is available. It is not a class, it is a interface. See here interface. So this web element interface is available under this package. You can import it, right? See now it has given started giving an error, right? So what I'll do here, I'll copy this search box reference variable, and here I can use send keys, and this text we can pass it here, and I can remove it from here, right? So if any web element which you are going to use multiple times, then you can store in one reference variable so that you can easily use multiple times, right? So see, in this search box a reference variable, with the help of this search box reference variable, I have used this send keys method. There we are passing some text, right? We are passing some input, right? So it will work as it is as we have executed earlier. See, it is writing, right? Links for Selenium practice. Now, what else we need to do? I will close this windows manually as of now. See, so after this, we need to click on enter button. How we can click on enter button? Again, I will use this search box reference variable. Dot, we can use the method send keys again, right? And here we can pass the argument. So how we can pass the argument? Keys dot, right? Keys dot, we need to click on enter button. So here we can search enter button. So instead of, see here enter key is available, right? So we can take this enter, and here you can put the column, right? So now if I'll execute, then it will search. It will click on enter button. After writing this text in the text box, it will click enter button, right? So let's execute it now. See, it has written and clicked enter button, right? So after clicking enter button, we are getting these many links, right? So these are the links, total 7 links are there, which you can use for the Selenium practice, right? So what else? What next we can do? Next, so as of now, I have used only ID, right? You can use a name as well, right? Let me show you again in the Google. If I'll inspect, see here only, I have already inspect. So see, name is also available. You can use a name as well. So instead of taking this ID, we have these many words, these many characters are available, right? So instead of taking this ID, you can take the name as well, right? So how you can take the name? See, I will comment this line. Instead of ID, we can take name as well. So how we can take driver dot again find element. Find element we are using for finding a single element, right? Now we can pass the argument. Argument, I will take locator by. By is a class. Under by, all locators are available. So as of now, we are going to take name, right? And in the name, we can pass Q, right? Because name only Q is available, right? So as of now, we can take only name, right? So again, I will store in one reference variable. Reference variable, I'll take same search box, and return type will be web element. See, and if I'll execute, then it will give you the same output as we have seen in ID. See, it has written this text in the text box and clicked on enter button, and you can see this is the output, right? See, so either you can use the ID or you can use the name, right? Either you can use the ID or name, right? So we have seen both. Let me write it here. Locator, we have seen ID and name. These two locators we have seen, right? So with the help of ID, you can get the same web element and name also, right? You can use any of them, right?